I guess this one will not work. Hey guys, how are you? I am Nikki here with Nikky Feeding Souls. Just wanted to see who's on here. Originally I had another camera on my pot, but I think the echo's not going to be too fun. So I am so excited to be a part of GlamCon this year. I know last year a few of you got a chance to go to my restaurant during COVID. Now I'm going to share with you how to eat healthier and easier. My goal is to make it easier, not more expensive, because I know a lot of people think like if I have to eat healthier, it's going to be too expensive. I'm going to share with you how to add a little bit of Asian flair to your everyday cooking. Are y'all ready? Awesome. So we continue here. Awesome. Okay. So I'm here at my home kitchen. One thing that I've loved about COVID is it has really got me out of my comfort zone and to share, how do I normally do my life at home, cooking more for my kids and not being able to be at the restaurant all the time. If you are in the Dallas area, I am the owner and founder of Asian Mint Restaurant here in the Dallas area. We're ranked the #1 best Thai restaurant in the city. And if you haven't, come and see us. We have takeout, curbside available, 2 locations open with dine-in as well as patio. I have been doing this for over 20 years. I grew up in Thailand, got shipped over here when I was 16 to learn the language, have stayed and really realized that my mission and my gift in life has been to inspire people through food, through culture, through travel. And right now I'm going to take you on an experience to Thailand. We have about 40 minutes together. I'm going to share with you how to start incorporating Asian flavors to your everyday life and how to make a simple chicken noodle soup Thai style. It is a dish that I grew up on. It is soothing. It feeds the soul because we all need our soul fed. And honestly, just really excited to be here. If you have simple ingredients at home you don't know what to do with, I'm here. I'm going to share with you. Connect with me online at Nikky Feeding Souls, and we can have so much fun together. So y'all ready? Yay! I can't see you, so it's a little bit weird. It's like talking to myself, but I know you're out there. First, I want to share with you what kind of different noodles that you can start to use with chicken noodle soup. And what I have right here are 3 different kind of noodles that we use in the restaurant. And also these are noodles that you can find in your corner supermarket down the street. You don't have to actually take time to go to the Asian supermarket because these are now readily available in the Asian aisle. I love how the Asian aisle has grown. First and foremost, this is called rice sticks. They're gluten-free. They're very healthy. And they come in this dry format. So if you go out and you go to the Asian aisle, you want to pick up something called rice sticks, or also a lot of time it is named or labeled Pad Thai stick. They're rice stick, gluten-free. And before you use them, you need to soak them for about 20 minutes in lukewarm water or room temp water before you cook them. It makes the cooking process a lot faster and easier, and not a lot of rice residual that's going to end up in your soup that actually makes your soup a little bit not so clear. I still like my soup fairly clear. Another one of my favorites, and the one I'm going to use today, this is called YY noodles. It is also a rice noodle, gluten-free, and it's just smaller. It's almost like if you love angel hair, this is smaller than angel hair, and it is easier to cook. You don't really have to pre-soak these. They only take a few seconds to cook up. Really easy, handy to have. And if you don't want to use them for noodle soups, all of these noodles are very, very versatile. We use this also in summer rolls or like the salad wraps. You can use them if you want to make a noodle salad, also a way to add a little bit of heartiness to your salad. If you're, craving a little bit of rice, this is your go-to noodles for that. So you can use them for many, many applications. And this is what the noodles look like here. Very clean. If you look at the labels, the ingredients is normally just rice flour, and water. And they cook them, they string them, they dry them, they package them. Really clean, no preservatives, and also gluten-free. And a lot of people, might have some inflammation trying to eat clean. You might seem that it's hard. This is the way to do it. Last but not least, I like to share these clear noodles. They're a little bit different in color. So if I put them side by side, you can see these are called clear noodles or glass noodles. In Thai, it's called woon sen. And what I like about these is I grew up on these. It's my favorite noodle. It's a little bit lower in carb. And also these are the kind of noodles that kind of like grow after you eat them. Might sound weird, but what it does is it keeps you fuller longer. It absorbs a lot of liquid, and you do need to soak these prior to cooking them for about 20-30 minutes before you boil them. And when you do boil them, it literally takes less than a minute to cook up. So with Thai or any type of Asian cuisine, it's all about the prepping, the mise en place, having everything ready before you cook, because the cooking process, again, does not take a long time. I'm gonna move these noodles out of the way. My kids are actually waiting on standby to have this for lunch. It's one of their favorite things. And in my list of ingredients, really simple, I have some chicken stock or vegetable stock. I have 3 cups of that. I have about 4 ounces of chicken here, sliced. You can use any kind of protein you would like, whether it be beef, chicken, pork, vegetable, tofu, or even no protein if you like. You can keep it very vegan, very vegetarian. I have some bok choy, one of my favorite greens. We can pretty much get this all year round in the Dallas, Texas area. Pretty awesome. And then the garnish that we're going to use, we have some chopped cilantro, chopped scallions, a little bit of bean sprouts. I'm going to share you a little trick on how to cook bean sprouts really simply and not have to lose the crunch. I'm really excited about that. And what's really exciting with this recipe, I'm going to teach you a trick. So with every component, why I believe you love Asian food so much is because there's a lot of different flavor profiles. It's not just salt and pepper, right? There's like acidity or some sourness added to it, or like spice, a little bit of hint of sweet and saltiness. It is the combination of all these flavors that gives that umami soul feeding experience. And that's why I believe you love or have come to love or will love Asian food. And we use a lot of herbs. Today, we're going to season our stock with a little bit of garlic. So I have some chopped garlic right here, about 2 teaspoons worth, about 3 cloves, and a simple, easy way to just flavor your stock is we're going to crispy fry these garlics in the pot that we're going to use to make our noodle soup. I'm going to put about half a tablespoon of oil in there, and we're going to fry it up. What's really cool about this and what I'm all about easy, convenient, not a lot of cleaning and cooking. I mean, if I was cooking this without a demo, I wouldn't have all these containers available using. I literally would have a pot, a spoon, some measuring stuff, but I'm not all about cleaning. So as long as you have everything organized, it does make everything a lot simpler. And like you see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ingredients to make this dish. It also keeps very well. If you cook the soup, you want to keep it in the refrigerator or the freezer. It keeps very well. Separate the noodles. Today, I'm going to be cooking the noodles in here to show you how fast you can make something. I mean, if I weren't talking through this whole thing, I probably could get this done in about 7 minutes, but I'm going to walk you through this. So I'm going to crispy fry the chopped garlic in the little bit of oil that I have in here, and it's going to add another layer of flavor automatically without having to do so much. Garlic is anti-inflammation, really, really good for your heart and soul. I love the smell of garlic. In Thai cuisine, anything that is stir-fried most likely will start off with a little bit of oil and garlic. Just because it's a natural, awesome seasoning. We have a lot of garlic at home, and we get to use this. So as it turns a little bit golden, you don't want it to turn super, super golden, but like some parts are golden, some parts a little bit white. I am going to scoop my garlic out and put it on a piece of towel, because what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to garnish our soup with it. And we have the garlic oil now that we just made. And my pot is super hot right now. I'm gonna add my soup stock. Be very careful with this part. I'm adding water to oil. So I'm gonna step away just a little bit because my pan is really, really hot. See? Got some flair going on right there. I actually already turned my heat off. There you go. Got that initial sizzle out of the way. And now I'm gonna turn my heat back up. And we're just gonna cook everything in here. Imagine the stock is naturally going to be seasoned and flavored with the chicken and the bok choy, now with the garlic oil. So what we're gonna use to season this soup is really, really simple. Three flavor profiles I'm gonna add to there. One is a little like off the beaten path, but I wanted to share with you another crazy Asian ingredient that you can actually have and pick up even on an Amazon if you don't want to go to an Asian grocery store. It's called preserved cabbage. And what I'm going to do is on my Instagram story, I'm going to actually list all these ingredients for you so that you can go find them and look at them closely. And also I have it on my website, a link where it has my influencer page on Amazon. You can just go click and buy everything all in one place, even the pots and pans. I know once I started cooking and doing all these cooking classes for like 16 years, people are like, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put it all in one place. You can go find it, buy what you want, leave out what you don't, really easy. So what does preserved cabbage do? It actually is a fermented product, just like soy sauce, fermented product, just like fish sauce, a fermented product. Anything that is fermented adds umami flavor profile, that well-rounded flavor that adds to anything. So almost like if you were going to season a stock, you know, in the non-Asian way, you have your own things that you normally add to soups, right? Whether it be onions or carrots, mirepoix, celery. Same. This is what we use in Thailand and a lot of Asian communities. This is actually Chinese descent. Chinese, they have invaded everywhere, and we picked up this awesome, awesome product, and we use it in our everyday life. I literally just put maybe like 1/4 of a teaspoon in there, and we're gonna season this with just a little bit of soy sauce and a little bit of sugar. But you know what I have done to simplify everything? I created my own sauce line because during COVID, we had people saying, hey, how can I get your pad thai, stir fry, Asian noodle salad, noodle soup, anything like that made in my home simply? And what I did was created a sauce line of 6 different sauces. This is our gluten-free stir fry sauce. You can use this one or the regular stir fry sauce. You can pick it up, order it online. And I'm gonna use about 2 tablespoons of this for 3 cups of water. And look how simple. I added 1 sauce and my soup is gonna be amazing. If you don't or want to go pick up the sauce, what you would use instead is 2 tablespoons of regular soy sauce and about half a teaspoon of sugar. So you'll get that sweet, salty flavor profile combination going on. My soup is boiling. I'm now going to add my chicken. Once my protein is cooked up, then I'm gonna add my bok choy, my noodles, and then we are done. So there you go, simple steps. And even if you skip a few steps and you're, oh wait, I forgot to put this in there, just add it. Add it, let it cook up, let it come to a boil, let it simmer. All the flavors will just start gelling in here no matter what. So there we go, the chicken in there. So as I wait for the chicken to cook up, what other things can you start to add into your everyday life or pantry? If you don't have soy sauce, I highly recommend. I went out and picked up this one. I'm so glad they've come a long way. They now have a gluten-free, no preservatives added soy sauce that is now readily available. Another soy sauce that I love to use is amino acid. Let me go grab that for you. Here we go. A very, very clean seasoning as well. Highly recommend these. I have a lot of fun. I'm going to scoop out a little bit of the foam that is normally given off from the chicken. Like I said, I like my soup stock nicely clear and clean. no residual. I have my pot on medium high heat, so it won't take no time to cook up. And if you are ever inclined, if you like anchovy flavors, I highly recommend for you to have fish sauce. Every Thai household will have their favorite brand of fish sauce. This is the one that I grew up with, called Tipperlot. Don't live without this. Again, natural umami flavor profiles. We've used some soy sauce today. We don't have to add fish sauce. It looks like my chicken is almost cooked and done. Smells so good. So that was like, I don't know, a minute or so. Let me check my chicken here. Beautiful. They are no longer translucent. I'm now going to add my bok choy. How do you like your greens? Do you like them super soft? Do you like them a little crunchy? That's when you decide how long you want to cook your bok choy. Bok choy can cook up in 30 seconds up to 2 minutes for extra soft. And they're already turning this beautiful green. So I'm going to go ahead, because I like my vegetables slightly crunchy. You know, I don't want to cook them to death. I still want a good flavor. I'm now going to add my noodles. So once these noodles are added, it shouldn't take more than a minute. Like I said, sometimes even a few seconds. My soup is pretty hot and still boiling. These gas stoves are amazing. So there we go. I wish I had my extra camera. It's so pretty. It smells so good and so simple to make. I wonder if I can get questions. I don't know. I have my thing on private chat and comments, but I would love to take any questions. If you have any questions for me going forward, as you know, you can find me. I'm at Nikky Feeding Souls, souls with an S at the end, and Nikky spelled with a Y. So my noodles have turned soft. Let me show you. Probably need an extra. So that's when I know it is almost there. I'm going to turn my fire super low because they're already cooked. Residual heat in there will continue to cook it. Let me share with you now my little secret sauce. Again, to keep my vegetables nice and crispy, but yet, you know, just a little bit softened. So with bean sprouts, once you wash them and dry them, I put them on the bottom of my bowl here, and I'm going to actually not put them in the hot pot. It's going to cook through and just get slightly softened in the residual heat. So not only will it lower the heat of my noodle soup down a little bit because it is piping hot, but it cooks down my bean sprouts. So it kind of like balances out that heat. How efficient is that, right, ladies? Awesome. So here, my noodles are very soft. Look at the steam. I am going to scoot the noodles. They do kind of hang and stick together, just like as if you were cooking angel hair. Once it cooks down, they all start glumping up, which is perfect because now my noodles are right there. I get to scoop my beautiful protein right on top. I get to showcase my bok choy right on top. And it is done. Then I pour my hot soup right over that. This is a big bowl. This portion that I made will feed one hungry person or 2 people. And I am done. Now it is all about the garnish. We'll put all this aside. Remember that crispy garlic that we made earlier? Super crunchy. Look, so beautiful. Just gonna throw that right on top. And it smells amazing. If you don't like garlic and you like shallots, you can also use crispy shallots on top. And now the beautiful herbs. We have the cilantro. We have the scallions or the green onions that are chopped. And look at how I've done this. If you realize, whenever you go buy herbs, they're not cheap, right, ladies and gentlemen? So you want to get the most out of them. You don't want them to like disappear or dissipate. They're very fragile, very delicate into the soup. So I garnished and put it literally right on top for you, right there. You get to smell it. The residual heat will cook it down just a bit, but it keeps all the flavors so pungent right up top. Beautiful presentation. And you want to use the entire part of any cilantro or scallions. I don't throw anything. I'll cut down like the bottom part of the herbs, where sometimes you'll have a little bit of root of the scallions, or it's kind of like brown. You cut that off, but you use the entire length. The white part, the green part of the entire scallion, use it all. Same with the cilantro. You don't just use the leaves. You want to use the entire cilantro. So the stems, I use the stems. That's where all the flavor is. Don't throw that out. It might get, you might not be used to eating cilantro stem, but imagine if it's in the soup, you've cooked it down, it's softened, it just adds so much flavor. So you don't want to throw any of those goodies out. I'm going to test this for you. With any cooking, you have to taste. Wow, perfection. I don't think I'm going to give this to my kids. I've been waiting to do this. I haven't even had lunch because I'm like, I'm going to make this. I'm going to eat this. I don't know where they are. So this is good for me. Another way to sass up your chicken noodle soup. I'm going to go back to the flavors that I talked about, the sweet, sour, spicy, salty. So this has more of an undertone of sweetness with the layer of a saltiness. That's the main flavors in this soup. Thai people will love to continue to season any noodle dishes all day long till the last bite. It is pretty crazy and hilarious, but that's just our culture. We love flavor, and every bite could be totally different. How do we add a little bit of acidity to any soup? We use a lot of white vinegar or fresh lime juice. Super yummy. Anything spicy you want to add, you can add some chili flakes. Let me show some of that for you. Whoopsie. Some chili flakes you can add into your soup base. So add a little bit of heat, something that you can purchase and keep in your pantry for years. They won't go bad. And again, if you want to make something salty, we use fish sauce, a little bit of salt or soy sauce. And for sweetness, you can use palm sugar or just regular white sugar. And a little goes a long way. You want to just play really carefully with your noodle soup. If you want to add a different layer of flavor to a soup, sesame oil. Sesame oil will automatically turn this into a Chinese dish. And it smells so good. And you can just, top it off with a little bit. It will start to cook, mix into the soup, and it tastes amazing. If you don't like sesame oil, don't add. If you want to add it in the soup so it kind of cooks up, you can do that as well. You can't hurt oil, right? You can add it at any moment. So there you go, chicken noodle soup. What I'm going to try next, because I know at this time, everybody at GlamCon is on your lunch break, right? And you're getting to enjoy and watch me cook this noodle soup dish. I'm going to take you on a little trip to Thailand. So let me pull my camera closer to me just a bit so I can reach it. Super close now. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can totally see myself. So I am going to share my screen. Going back to my mission in life, like I had mentioned before, I am all about inspiring people through food, culture, and travel. This whole year, obviously, I haven't been able to travel anywhere, and my soul needs a feeding as well every now and then. And last year, we went on this beautiful cultural trip to Thailand. I took 12 souls to Thailand who've never been before. They love to travel. They've been on culinary trips before. And all of them said, if I was going to Thailand, I'm definitely going with you, Nikki. I don't want to go with anybody else. You know the country, you know the language, you have connections. And we had an amazing time. So my goal with that was actually trying to go on a trip without my family. That was my initial goal, but it was life-changing for me. You know how you create a business based on what you love and what you want to do? There you go. That's why I created Nikky Feeding Souls. It's always talking about food, always talking about culture, sharing, connecting. And we went on a trip. I took a film crew with us, and we had an amazing time, life-changing for all of us, including myself, visiting my home country, but getting to see it through all these different eyes, a new perspective, but also having that experience to share and also change somebody else's life and perspective. And a lot of them came back rejuvenated. They came back with a new sense of life. A lot of them have gone through a lot of hardship, whether through health, through family members not being in a good state, but they took the time to take care of themselves and fed their soul with me. It was amazing. And I'm going to share with you one of our trips that we took, one of the days that we took. Here we go. Share screen. Application. Your entire screen. Okay. Share. And I have, oh, this is awesome. Okay, here we go. It's only a few minutes. And unmute. I don't know how to do the sound. Anyhow, I'm going to talk you through this. So basically, we went last year at the first part of November, and I picked that time period because it is the full moon celebration. We have two main celebrations in Thailand, and we were there during the Yiping Chiang Mai Lantern Festival. You've seen those, and it now has become a cultural phenomenon here, but this is where it all started out. I think of the Rapunzel movie all the time, but it is the floating lantern festival. Millions of tourists fly down there and go and experience this amazing day. So why do we float lanterns, you might ask? And it is a celebration. It is a day where we go and give thanks to the gods and goddesses above, and also give thanks to the prosperity that we've gotten. We are a big farmers country. Rice is our number one importing ingredient. And so we give thanks to the goddess of water, and we float these lanterns. So these are floated in the water. They're made out of bamboo stems as well as bamboo leaves, garnished with some flowers. We have a candle. We have incense. We give thanks for a very prosperous year, for a very beautiful growing season every year. And it's also like you are floating away any bad karma, any bad deeds, any bad things you've done, and you're really absorbing in any amazing good stuff. We also met these tribe families that came down and showcased their culture. They came down and shared my favorite. Like you can see, I wear these beautiful earrings and clothing that they make. They are so beautiful, so colorful. And we just had so much fun connecting with them. And imagine these kids getting to share and meet people and sharing their culture, just connecting, and also learning from us, which is amazing. See that little girl on the side? She is so cute. Oh my goodness, I couldn't get enough of her. We're singing to the Loi Gratong song, which is a song that all kids who grew up in Thailand will be able to sing. And this is the cultural dance that we do. My goodness, these kids are so cute. And me here wanting to shop. So we are getting to support the local tribes. And I just love all the things that they make. They're so, so beautiful. It took them 2 years to make that hat, believe it or not. They're working, they're taking care of kids, they're homeschooling, and at the same time, trying to make a living and do all these handicrafts as well. I really actually did buy that belt. I didn't buy that hat because I wasn't sure where I was going to wear it at. But look at all my peeps behind there. We're all like just checking everything out. It was so beautiful. Yes, so I wish we had sound, but not. So I'm going to stop it here and stop sharing my screen. So here's all the beautiful handicrafts. You know what? Let me keep this on for about another 30 seconds. What's really cool, this is where we got into the floating lantern part of the celebration. This happens on the full moon. It is just so beautiful. So why do we do it during the full moon? So we just pretty much ended the rainy season in Thailand, which is about 3 months worth. At the beginning of November, we start going into the colder in Thailand, I'm talking about 70, 80 degrees. That's our cold season. And this is us floating these paper lanterns. There was thousands of them floating up, and you just cannot imagine what a sight that was. That's been on my bucket list for 20 years to be able to get into this festival. Look how beautiful that is. So amazing. And we only do this once a year. They're slowly trying to stop this as well, but these are now made out of everything that is biodegradable. They actually do this festival outside of the city so it doesn't create potential fire hazards. So we were actually literally in the middle of a rice paddy field. Might not look like it, but all this was brought in to create this festival. So I am now going to stop here for sure and figure out how to get back to, this is going to be interesting. My stop sharing thing was up a second ago. Here we go. Oh, this is me live. Maybe this is still talking. Sorry. I lost my, here we go, StreamYard, thank you. Am I still sharing my screen? Cancel. I'm going to stop sharing screen. Share screen is canceled. Beautiful. So now I'm back to my GlamCon. I have about 10 minutes left. Oh, we see you. Here we go. Now I see comments. Beautiful. I'm going to keep talking unless you have some questions for me. I'm going to take questions and comments during this time. I want to personally invite these beautiful souls. You're now a part of my tribe. And I'm doing a few of these cooking classes throughout the year. And I have 2 coming up in October. I have one coming up on October 22nd and one coming up on October 30th. I was like, wow, these are close. But you know what? I wanted to do something on the full moon celebration. This year, it did not hit in November. It hit right on October 30th. And I'm going to share with you a cooking experience very similar to this. It's about 2 hours long. We're going to share recipes, ingredients, more than this. And the one on the 22nd, we're going to do a Northeastern Thai cooking experience. We're going to make papaya salad. We're going to be making some sticky rice. Oh, with this beautiful bamboo contraption. If you like to have really fun cooking tools in your kitchen like I do, this is really, really fun. You use it to steam sticky rice. So easy. And it comes out perfect every time. We're also going to make a steak marinade with this special chili dipping sauce that I love so much. Also very clean, very healthy. If you haven't had green papaya, which is a part of the main ingredients in the papaya salad, it is really, really good for your digestive system. It's kind of a diet food, like we like to call in Thailand, but literally we just love the flavors so much. We play with fish sauce, we play with fresh lime juice, Thai chilies, some tamarind, really, really fun. And really you get to really play around with a lot more different flavors. That's on the 22nd. We're going to be cooking those dishes, sharing stories from when I went to visit Northeastern Thai. I grew up with the nanny who's from that part. I love her. We went to go visit her rice field. It's so much fun. And then the one on the 30th will be a sharing of the experience that we had doing the floating lantern and floating krathong during that time. Why we do what we do and what we're going to be cooking is northern style Thai food. So in Thailand, I like to explain, I get this question often, why is my pad Thai or the pad Thai at this restaurant is different from this restaurant and so forth. So I want you to think about barbecue. If you think about barbecue, Texas barbecue versus Kansas barbecue versus Florida barbecue, I've learned that there's barbecue in Florida that's very different. different parts of the country uses different types of ingredients that are readily available, and they have different flavors. Similar in Thailand. If you go to a Thai restaurant that, let's say the owner or the chef is from the northern part of Thailand versus the southern part of Thailand, they will have very different flavor profiles because they grew up with different ways of cooking a particular dish, let's say pad Thai. So that is really why different pad Thais have different flavors based on who's making it, where they're from, what they're used to cooking with, and what kind of recipes their mother kind of, handed down. I'm from Bangkok, so all my flavors are very Bangkok style, which is very an Asian fusion of a lot of different flavors that kind of came together. It's not overly spiced. It's not overly sweet. It's not overly bland. It is honestly, I think, the best way to have Thai food is to start there in the central part of Thailand. And that's what we're doing on the 30th. I want to give you a quick code for a discount. So if you go to my website, nikkyfeedingsouls.com, click on the cooking class list, check out and see which one you would like to join. A discount code of 10% off would be SOUL10, SOUL and the number 10. You'll be directed to Eventbrite, pick your place, pick your event, and then put in the discount code. Actually, you put in the discount code. Eventbrite is really different. And then you'll see the reflective pricing with the discount. If you book both classes with the chef meal prep kit, I'm going to throw in a really, really special gift for all of you, which is my entire line of sauce, these 6 bottles of sauce into your kit that you're going to come and pick up at the Asian Mint Forest Lane location. A value of, I don't know, $40, $50. And I want you to start really having fun trying to add these different flavors into your everyday life. And when you have this beautiful set of sauce hanging out on your counter like me, I literally just grab it and we just play and have fun and start adding it to like my chicken stir fry or like my grilled chicken or my fried chicken, my grilled steak. You just kind of start to have really a lot of fun, and it's so simple, so easy. Again, the reason why I created these sauces is so that you wouldn't have to go to the Asian supermarkets to go buy all these different types of sauces to create the flavor that we create for you very easily. Another fun thing, any of my spicy ladies, we always want to add drama to our food, but not to our life, right? We have this crispy chili garlic oil mix condiment that it is really addicting. So I want you to be very careful. Once you start, you can't stop. We have these available on Amazon Prime. You can get that within 2 days and just look up Drama Queen Crispy Chili. It'll pull right up. You will start adding this to your pizza, your pasta, your burgers, your steaks, your fries, your aiolis, your salad. It has this beautiful crunch, kind of like that crispy garlic that I made earlier in the segment of the show. And once you put this on your pizza, you will never, ever go back to the regular chili flakes ever again. Also have it on my website. But if you are an Amazon addict, you can get it on Amazon. It's pretty awesome. What else do I have? I really would love to invite you to come and feed your soul with me. If you ever need a little pick me up, or just like, hey, I need a little Nikky in my life, just come to my social media platform. I'm always on Instagram. I'm storing my life. I'm sharing you what I'm cooking, what I'm making. I'm actually baking some bread on the side right now. It's proofing in my oven. I just have so much fun being at home and cooking, and I want you to experience that as well. I want you to realize how easy it is to make Asian food in your kitchen with just these simple tips and tricks that I can continue to share with you, with the sauces, with the spices. It is really not that complicated for you to start adding these flavors to your everyday life. I am going to close with that. Again, I thank y'all so much to sharing your afternoon lunch time with me. It's been an honor to join the GlamCon conference online. It's been really fun seeing you all on there and just checking out the website, playing around. Hashtag us, hashtag them. Let's connect. Let's stay connected. We all need each other. We'll get through this hard time. You know, what I miss the most about being in the restaurant is that personal connection, those conversations that we have over the dinner table, you know, over an amazing meal that feeds the soul, that feeds the body in a really, really clean way. It just really is one of those experiences that I miss the most. I can't wait to get back to seeing people face to face. As much as I love being online, I do miss the human connection. I miss my community. So give back while you can. I'm really honored again to be a part of this event today. It's been amazing. All the ladies who are on these streams have been amazing to watch and to share. And I know you've had some meditation during the day. You've had some really good tips and tricks on how to have a beautiful life, to get glammed up. So I hope that I have glammed up your kitchen. I glammed up and spiced up your Asian creation spirit in you. And again, I thank you so much for joining me today. Khop kun mak ka. That means thank you in Thai. From my soul to yours, thank you for spending the time with me and feeding your soul today with me, and continue to do that every day. You're worthy, you are amazing, and this is a beautiful world that we live in, and we need to stay connected. Thank you. Khop kun ka. Let's see. Thank you, Claudia. Shawnee, love it. Oh, beautiful. I wonder. Well, I can't comment. But yes, please find me. I want to stay connected with y'all. Let me see. Wish I could take questions. Love this. Bye, guys.